Hi, everyone. Welcome to Teach Us. This is our community video session where members of the POV community teach us upcycling skills or skills on creative reuse.
Today, we are thrilled to be joined by Nancy Eisman, who's going to teach us how to turn fabric scraps into beautiful handmade fabric flowers.
We're going to get started by just passing it over to Nancy. Nancy, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your creative background?
I have been dabbling in arts and crafts for years, like so many others, moving from one craft to another as some shiny object caught my eye, and I thought, okay, I got to do that one now. And there have been a few that I've stuck with over the years. And in the last few years, I started sewing, which I hadn't been doing before, making fabric swatch dolls and and animals. And then I kind of moved on from that and had this idea to do these flower brooches. They just really appealed to me. Actually saw a big oversized flower at one point in someone's bathroom. It was on their mirror. And I thought, oh, that looks so cool. Oversized flowers like that. And then a few years ago, Billy Porter and Harry Styles were wearing these oversized flower brooches at the Met Gala or in a concert
Hmm.
or whatever. And I wanted something else to do with all the fabric and clothing that I have thrifted or gotten from my friends' stashes or from my own closet. And this seemed like a good project to do.
Nancy, let's get started by having you walk us through the list of supplies that we need to work on this project.
Okay, do you want me to show you first a finished? Should I hold up a finished?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I have one right here.
Wow, so beautiful.
So basically, the components are fabrics from thrift stores, not fabrics, clothing from thrift stores, and leftover fabrics from other projects.
Hmm.
And you want to end up with about seven a minimum of seven petals or seven flower rounds. So you
Okay.
need that much
Like
fabric,
layers.
yeah, layers. So you need that many pieces, and you could do it all in one fabric, but mine are all mix and match.
Mhm.
You need a template,
Hmm.
flower template. That's a five petal flower, and I just use scrap cardboard.
Okay.
And you can make the template any size you want. This seemed to be like not too big, but you could certainly go a lot bigger. And then the star of the show, I think, are the brooches, or the earrings, or the buttons, or the whatever odd and end thing that you might have in your own stash. Things that maybe you were saving to wear, but now you don't feel like they work on their own. But putting it on this is going to make a big difference. Or you've got something that broke, like the back pin broke, and that's perfect because you're going to yank that pin off anyway to glue it onto the flower.
Nancy and I met because she came to the last supply swap. And what was really fun is that someone brought an entire bag of leftover earrings and jewelry.
That was actually my friend Meryl brought those.
Was it?
Hmm.
Oh man. So there was so many mismatched pieces and I wasn't really sure what to do with them. And a bunch of people did take them, but there was still a lot left. But for this project, I had so much fun digging through and finding
Hmm.
all of these pieces.
Hmm.
Like
Perfect.
this one I think is the one that I'm gonna use because it was just such a pretty gold. But
Pretty.
I was like, wow, this is the perfect use for all these earrings that are just one of one now.
Oh, beautiful.
The The hot glue gun and the glue sticks are for the brooch or the earring or the whatever in the center for the most part. But if you have an intact pin, the one I put on this one, the pin was the pin was fine.
Okay.
So let's see what else. Obviously, you need scissors. You need embroidery thread and needles to coordinate with your fabrics. Then you want to get these metal pin clasps. Now, if you want to, not buy stuff and just use what you already have, use a big safety pin.
So is it just like there's only one size flower that we would need to create, or are there multiple sizes that you would suggest creating?
I think that it could work really well either way. The last few that I have here were all the same size.
Hmm.
I used that same 5 petal flower template to do all of them. But I think if you mixed it up a little and made some bigger than others, some flowers bigger and some smaller, um, or if you put a 6 petal
Mm-hmm.
layer in with the 5 petal layer, and just when you're making your layers, you want to rotate the layers so that you're getting that petal quality.
Okay.
So here's the one that I did that's finished that has the top part is all the faux fabric flowers. And if you're not going to use the faux flowers and you want a little bit more of a authentic shape, then definitely you can cut the layers smaller that are going to be on the top.
I just I just cut out my template.
I did too.
So this is what you do on the back of a piece of fabric is uh, with a Sharpie pen. I just draw in the flower. Here's another.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to rip through some of these flower cutouts.
I think what you could do is take two or three of the layers and pin them together with straight pins at some point, and cut out three at a
Save a
time.
little time.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that as long as we're, sitting here chatting.
All right, I've got one.
I'm doing a three stack here. I pinned my template on top of the three stack, and it's actually working. So it's gonna speed me up a little bit, but I think you would definitely need a really good shears to do this.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's part of the problem.
I'm super intrigued by this idea of adding real flower petals. Well, not real flowers, faux flower petals, but like from an actual faux flower because I have a whole bin of faux flowers too.
Oh, perfect. I thought I was the only one left with faux flowers, but
Do you sell these goods anywhere online?
um, well, I've done a couple of women's club holiday boutiques, and unfortunately, it wasn't the right audience for my
Hmm.
my things. And I've never really looked very far into getting an Etsy shop or and I think I'm trying at this point in my life, I'm trying to enjoy the process more so than worrying about production,
Hmm.
deadlines or
Hmm.
pleasing other people.
What it's
Yeah.
for?
Yeah, I used to really agonize over that because I would make a bunch of things and then I'd go, now what am I going to do with them? And
Yeah.
everybody knows you only have so many friends and family, and most of them don't want what you're making.
They're like,
Um,
thanks. Thanks for another craft project, Molly.
Right. Oh yeah. Happy birthday to me.
They're like, one is enough, thanks.
Yeah. This is cute. I got 3 cut out from that little stacky session, and so now I've got 4.
Okay.
Nancy, do you recommend finishing the edges at all, or just kind of letting them fray naturally, or do you kind of burn the edges?
Um, I'm I'm all about the minimal amount of work. So, I mean, I know there's stuff that you can um, paint or brush
Okay.
onto fabric to keep it from fraying, or I've seen people light candles and
Yeah.
burn the is, which, that's a different look.
Okay.
That's, maybe one flower with burnt
Hmm.
petals would be really nice, but otherwise, I don't think this is going to be something that you keep for years and hand down to your grandchildren, so wear it a couple of times and enjoy it. And if it frays, it
That's
frays.
okay.
Molly, since you're the faux flower girl, I wanted to show you this other idea that I had. I took these faux leaves that come on the faux flowers. Let's see here. Oh, and I painted them with acrylic paint. So I thought that with a certain flower, these could be a nice little addition. Do you
Oh,
see?
cool.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, little faux leaves, but hand painted.
So I'm very excited. This faux flower is in bad shape. It was like in very bad condition, and I just separated the layers,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's going to be really cool because there's like a slight difference in size.
That's what you want.
Kind of layer it up here.
Exactly.
See that
Perfect.
guy? And then I actually also in my bin of scraps had this like vintage velvety little leaf. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I too am gonna just maybe stick a little
Uh-huh.
leaf off the edge.
Cute.
Molly is running
This
with
is fun.
it.
This is fun, Nancy.
It is fun. Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys like these.
Well, this is cute.
Yeah, and it seems like forgiving. Like you don't really need to have super precise lines either.
Exactly. Yeah, you definitely are not looking for perfection. I do have another one that I started. I cut out all the flowers circles or the flower pieces, and I can start with you if you want to just sew all your layers together.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I went a little bit rogue and I started hot gluing the layers together so that I could at least like affix them. And maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I was just gonna ask that question, Molly. Is like, do you hot glue them first and then sew them?
It's fine. Okay, so you've sewn through your faux flowers and your flower fabric layers, and what you've got is some stitch marks. You have stitch marks on the back, and you want to cover those. So what you want to do is you want to take a circle of fabric that matches, of course, your flower,
Yep. Okay. Cutting a circle.
and you want to sew the pin attachment to it, and then you want to sew it to the back of your flower.
Okay, so we do the pin back first. So you said pin back on here.
Pin back on the circle. Yes, sew it on your circle. And you maybe could hot glue that on. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reluctant to try it, and it only took a few stitches. It was a little awkward because of the way it's set up, but and I'm not a great sewer, but it's not that hard to do. So sew that on your little circle, and then I sew the around
Mm-hmm.
around the circle. I stitched it onto the flower.
So now that we've got pin backs on the back, you said the center is the very last piece, huh? So that's like the icing on the cake. We just hot glue that center.
You hot glue it with, and the hot glue gun, is the big gun. It's not the little one. I think the little, oh,
Too small.
it'll be okay because you're not wearing it to dinner tonight. So,
That's true.
um, this is what I think because the small glue guns and the small glue sticks don't heat. It doesn't heat to a hot enough level to give you the adhesiveness that you need. But
Okay.
um, I think that's better.
I think I have to sew this on. I tried to hot glue it, but
The pin
um
back.
well no, the this little leaf that I was gonna add, I thought maybe I
Wow,
could glue on, but Nancy, I'm just over here trying to take the shortcut like I do.
you're doing really well. And I've seen where they attach ribbons and beads and things like hanging from the flower if you wanted to go in that direction.
Oh, well, I love to do the most. So you can believe it. Um, I'm curious, if is there any piece that you've made that you really sort of put up on a pedestal that like you're like, this is the most special piece that I've made?
Not yet.
Not yet. Still on
No.
the journey there.
I mean, I do get a little, pleased with myself when I finish one and think, that is so cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, that has yet to be made, that one.
Lauren, any other questions that you have? Anything we didn't cover?
I don't think so. This is so great and
Lauren,
so
let's see
fun
what
to
you
do.
have there. Lauren, come on.
I was just getting out my hot glue gun so I
Oh,
can
okay.
put them together and put some texture to it. So there's a
Oh,
lot of different colors happening here.
oh, very cool.
I think I might add more of this little gingham because I like that one the
If
most.
you also, if you wanted to, on the front of the flower, before you put your centerpiece down, you could cut out another circle of fabric
Yep.
uh, to put into the center of the flower, and then put the brooch or earring on top for another little
Hmm.
whatever.
I can see, how, my shortcut to glue is definitely not going to work. Like it helped to like hold everything together, which is good for me, but I'm realizing that like I can feel that they're like not connected all the way through, and I can imagine that like for durability, you would definitely want to sew this if you're going to wear it. So, although I am a shortcut taker, I'm realizing that mistake now.
I feel like it makes it easier to like hold it all together and then sew it, because then you can kind of shape it,
Yeah,
maybe.
these are very cute. I'm really excited about it.
But again, we're not going for perfection. Off center. Not matchy. Whatever.
Whimsy. I like that you said at the
Whimsy.
beginning whimsical or whimsy. I was like, that's what it is. We want things that feel eclectic,
Hmm.
right? Like,
Exactly.
special. Well, this is great. I think, Nancy, is there anything that you want to share with the community before we sign off? Anything that you want to, like a place that people should find or follow your work or anything like that?
Um, there isn't anywhere right now, but maybe in the future, but I just want to say how happy I am to have joined the community and found you. I was on the, I think you might have sent out a last call for kaleidoscope project today. And I actually posted something and I was reading some back comments and back posts. And I just thought, oh, I found my people.
Oh,
Oh, that's so nice. I love that. I saw your kaleidoscope project is actually sitting behind you on the shelf.
Yeah,
Thank you for, joining this series with us and just being willing to teach us a skill. And
my pleasure. It was fun.
yeah. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you more in the community and seeing what else you come up with and share there.
Thank you, Lauren. It was really nice meeting you too.
Me too. All right.
Okay.
bye. Thanks
Bye.
for joining.
Thanks, Nancy.